As we approach the end of November, it is time for me to get my calendar and my planner ready for December. So today we are going to do a December plan with me. Stay with me. Well, hi, everybody. This is Crystal from A Crystal Clear Life, where we focus on planning, organizing, and living a more simplified life. And today, as we approach the end of November, it is time for me to start thinking about getting my December planner ready so that I can start recording all the things that are happening in my life in December. And we have a bunch of new subscribers. I'd like to say welcome to those subscribers or welcome back to those of you who have followed me for a long time. I am a retired teacher and I just love to use OneNote to organize my entire life. It really is my life management system. And today I want to go through and kind of show you the process that I go through in getting a month set up for me in my planner. Okay. So since some of you are new, I'm going to take I don't know, probably a long and rambling walk through organizing my planner for the month of December. I'll do a little bit of chit chat about some of the things that I am doing. Some of the sections will be repetitive, so I'll speed those up so that you don't have to watch me do the same thing over and over. But, you know, I often hear from people, well, Crystal, that looks nice, but how long does it really take you to set up your planner? So today I kind of want to walk you through. I am currently working in the month of November. I have a few pages for December set up that I set up earlier. But overall, I'm starting from the beginning, and I will be showing you how you can copy and paste an entire section in your notebook to create new sections. So without further ado, thank you guys for subscribing and hitting that like button. Let's go ahead and jump into the computer and get started. It's going to be, let's see, I think we're at the 3-minute mark. I'm kind of timing myself to see how I do today. I will also put some pictures at the end of some of the finished pages once I get graphics and that kind of thing put in there as well, okay? Hopefully, I will be working with stickers that my daughter has gifted me for Christmas. I'm very excited about that. She gave me some last year, and I have some this year too. So she's kind of building this December collection for me, which I think is really awesome. I love being able to use her work in my own work, okay? All right, enough of me talking. Let's get into the computer. All right, so you see here I am at the end of November, and I wanted to share with you quickly, for those of you who are new, I have way back here in one of my beginning sections a basic month layout, okay? And what is in that basic month, let me scroll up here and show you, is I have a basic month inbox that has all of my custom tags. Now, I have a lot of custom tags that I have created right here. They really help me keep organized. So all of the major, roles and responsibilities that I have in life or my areas of focus, I tend to have a tag for those. So you'll see at the moment, holiday tasks is at the top of my list since we are talking about December. But action items to do, things that I need to do at the computer, garden tasks, which are very, heavy for me in like October and May and that kind of thing. General to-dos, people to call, cards to mail, things to buy, errands to run, research that I need to do, budgeting tasks, my Crystal Clear Life task, my church task, craft items that I want to work on, things that I'm waiting on, someday maybe things that I want to talk to my husband about, things I want to talk to my daughter about, all of those kinds of things. I have a video on how to customize your tags. If you want to do something like that, I think this works great for students. You can do a custom tag for each class that you are taking, or if you are a teacher, you can do a customized tag for each class that you are teaching. And I think that's wonderful. Anyway, I just love my tags. And so this is a place that I keep them, that I can add to them when I am not at my desktop and I'm maybe on my iPad or on my phone. So for example, If I go here and let's say there's a Crystal Clear Life task that I have to do, I can simply go to the Crystal Clear Life task, put my cursor there at the end on my phone or on my iPad, hit the enter key, and you see that it gives me a new tag that says Crystal Clear Life task. Okay. And then I simply can add my new task in there. So maybe it's respond to comments, something like that. Okay. So then I know that that is a task that I have to do. I also have color coded them so that the Crystal Clear Life tasks are purple. But then when I do a find tag summary, all of my Crystal Clear Life tasks that I have to do, no matter where they are spread out in my notebook, all show up in one place. Okay. Again, I have videos on that. I don't want to do all of that right now because I got to get December set up. All right. So within my basic month, I have my inbox, my dashboard, which has a long calendar, for the day of the week, my goals for that month, what I'm currently doing, what I have to do in the garden, maybe a recipe that I want to try. Okay. Then health and habits is a place for me to track all of my, my stress levels, my calories, my medications, my weight, my blood sugar, how many steps I take, all of that kind of stuff. And I keep this on a monthly basis so it's easier for me to see trends. Okay. All right. My personal meal planner. Again, I have a whole video on this. There's a place here where I can list all of the dinners after I have cleaned out my fridge and listed the usable items that are still in there that need to be used before they go bad. And then down here at the bottom, I have a perpetual grocery list where I just highlight what I need and then I can erase that once I get into the store. Okay. All right. Then I have a place here for my goals for each month. These are my monthly goals, and then I have a section over here where I can break them down by week and get working on those goals, and I think that works great for me. And then I have my weekly layouts. Okay, now my weekly layouts, I created these, I don't know, probably in January of this year, and really it just kind of lays out my whole week for me. What is my top focus for the week? What are the main projects I'm working on? Who am I praying for? What are my weekly goals and tasks that I need to get done? And then I have a place where I can put completed tasks, so I can just grab those and move them down. What communications, emails, texts, calls, that kind of thing do I need to make that week? What am I waiting on? What are my errands and to buy? And yes, I use my customized tags when I set these areas up. This just helps me compartmentalize and organize that information a little bit, okay? Then here, this next section is what I have to do for Crystal Clear Life. These are, the videos that I'm working on, and I have 2 going at a time. One I am using plan, filming, and editing, and the other one I am uploading and getting it ready to go online, okay? These are kind of my household tasks, and I just use icons here. And really what I do here is as I have finished something, like if I just clean the cat area, I'll just take my highlighter and I will mark out the cat area like so to say that I have completed that. Okay. All right. And then over here, I have dinner plans so that I can organize my meals for the week. And down below, I have a place for any meetings, appointments, and all of that. So I kind of have a big, broad overview picture of my week, and that helps me plan my menu and that kind of thing. And then I can go into my dailies, okay, which I really like. All right. Now, for those of you who are new, I do have links here across the top of my pages. Let me zoom in a little bit and so you can see those. All right. So this first link here will take me to that inbox page. Okay. So there is that inbox page where we just added respond to comments. Okay. The month will take me to my monthly dashboard page that we just saw together. Okay. And then my health will take me to my health and habits tracker, which you see there, which we just talked about. And then house takes me to a list of household tasks that I like to do every month, kind of housekeeping kinds of things. It takes me to the Fly Lady zones that I use. And so I can mark on here the things that I'm doing, things that I want to restock, projects that I'm doing, things I want to declutter. And I have that for each particular zone. Okay. All right. Then here's my meal planning page that I just showed you. And then my goals page again that I just showed you. Okay. And then Crystal Clear Life, that takes me to my notebook where I have all of my Crystal Clear Life things, my analytics page, my video ideas, my scripts, all of that kind of stuff is there. And then I also have a link here for my Google Calendar. So these links right here, these first, 6 or 7 that I showed you, link to other pages or other notebooks within OneNote. This one actually takes me out to Google Calendar. So when I click on that, it will open my Google Calendar. Lets you see that there. It will open my Google Calendar here, and so I can see everything that is going on. I can move between the days, the weeks, that kind of thing. I can change the view. I can do whatever I want to create my calendar right here. Okay, so I think that's pretty helpful as well. Okay, next is a link to my books that I am reading. And so this is a perpetual calendar where I keep track of when I start a book, and then, I'm reading in that book, and then I start a new book, and then, when I finish that, I'm ready to start another book. It's funny when I look at these how, I kind of take about the same amount of time to read various books. I have been asked about the kind of books that I like to read, and I plan on doing a video on that very soon. So if you're a book lover, let me know what your favorite books are in the comment. I am always looking for new books to read, new authors that I would fall in love with, and all that kind of thing. So books are my life. I have stacks of books all over my house. Okay. This is kind of a financial dashboard. This actually goes to an Excel spreadsheet, which I'm not going to show you because it's private, but that's what that link is for. And then I have zone cleaning here. I have my cleaning list, my restocks and projects, my monthly task. Again, these are all pages that are in my notebook. This monthly task is my yearly home maintenance checklist. And this is where I can go and find, the things that I need to find for December, or whatever month it is. It's kind of a perpetual list that I just keep going, and I update it, and that's what I use for my home maintenance projects. Okay, all right. Moving along here, then you get into week 1, week 2, week 3. So week 1 will take me to this page because this is week 1. Week 2 will take me to week 2. You can also see that they're changing over here in the page section over here. Right? But there's week 3, and it goes to week 3 and week 4. And I did up to 6 weeks because sometimes, some months have a 6th week in them. Okay? All right. So this is the basic month, and then I have daily pages. This is a daily page that I created a long time ago, at the beginning of this year, I guess. And really, I really like it. I have a place to record the weather. Sun up and sun down. I have a place to put my daily schedule, my top priorities, the things that I want to get done that day, because I kind of keep myself on a routine, again, kind of based on the Fly Lady. So I have little things that I do every day to kind of keep my house tidy. Okay. I have a place here for my mood and my energy level, projects that I'm working on, prayers that I want to share for people, and then a place to record any finances, money that I've spent that day. If I'm keeping track of my food, I have a nice detailed food log here. And then at the bottom, daily wins, gratitude, self-care, and any challenges that I faced that day. Okay. And then a spot over here for notes. Okay. So I love this. It works really, really well. And then this one, just is a different color. You see the today's schedule is a different schedule, a different color, based on the table shading that I do. So if you're new and you don't understand table shading, I can click inside any table. I can go up here to my table shading button, and I can change that to whatever color I want. Okay. so that I can make it seasonal if I want to coordinate with the stickers and things that I'm doing. Okay, so that's what table shading is all about. And that's what I was showing you here with this one. Okay, now for the month of November, I created, I was going back through my old paper planners and I found an old Franklin planner, and I really loved using a Franklin planner back in the 80s. Back in the late 80s and early 90s, I loved using a Franklin planner, and sometimes I also used a day runner. And I just love them. So I thought, you know what, let me see if I can recreate this page. So I recreated the Franklin planner page in digital form for me to use in OneNote, okay? There's a whole video on the Franklin planner page set up if you want to check that out. But what I found in using it during the month of November is I still love it. So I am not going to copy my basic month. I am going to copy my November plan with me because, all of the days are already set up. I've already gone through and changed my days from the daily pages that look like this in my basic month, so that basic daily page, to the ones that I did for November, okay? And I want to use these pages again in December, all right? So it's kind of cool that you can have these, daily templates set up like this, because really what I did is I kind of nested all of these tables inside of a bigger table, and it all sits within this one container, this big gray container that you see here on the screen. So all I have to do is grab that one container, right? That's my whole Franklin planner, okay? And if I wanted to put a different daily in there, I certainly could, okay? But I want to use these same dailies for the month of December, okay? So now that I've explained to you my monthlies, my important pages, my weeklies, and my dailies, let's get into doing some planning, okay? All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here to my November tab, and I'm going to right click, okay? And when I right click, I can go down here to move or copy, and that is going to bring up, let me grab it here. That is going to bring up this dialog box that says, where would you like to move it to? Well, I want to move it into December, okay? There are already pages in December. There is my, my breakdown of my holiday stuff. There's my gift list that I already started. There's my wish list of things that I want to do for December. Excuse me, I have a visitor. Emma, I'm working, baby. Go over there in your little spot. Sorry about that. She's usually right here next to me as I'm filming. I just got started a little early today, and I guess she woke up from one place and wanted to know where I was. Anyway, sorry about that interruption. Let's get back to where I want to copy this to. I want to copy it into December, okay? I could put it, wherever I want. It doesn't matter. I can click, or I could say, give me a new place to put it. But I want to put it in December, and I am going to make a copy of November and tuck it into December, okay? All right, so here we go. So it's working, and is done. That's a lot of pages for it to copy over and to bring up, because you can see in November, I have a lot of pages in this section. There's probably 40 pages in this section, okay? But when we jump over to December, you are going to see November 2. Why did it recall it November 2? I wanted it in December. Let's see if I can do this. Let's move that. Merge into another section. Okay. All right. So let's try that. I guess I clicked on the wrong button. We're going to merge that into December. We're going to say merge. Are you sure you want to merge November 2 into December? This action cannot be undone. Yes, merge those sections together. And again, it's working. And remember, I'm trying to let you see this real time. So I'm not going to edit this out. I'm not going to speed this up. I'm letting it work in real time. And I'm going to move the cat again. Up here, baby. You can't sit on my mouse pad. All right, so those pages that will be in November, the new December, I'm just going to go in and clean those up and get those ready to use for the month of December, okay? That's going to require things like deleting information that is redundant, giving it a new name. In some cases, I may say, you know what, I'm going to get rid of, my old page and I'm going to put a new page in there. But we'll talk about that as we get there, okay? While it's working on this, let me just tell you, you can see here on my November inbox, I do my brain dumps and stuff here at the end of every week when I do my weekly review on Friday afternoons. So I'll just come in here and add things that I think about that I want to make sure I get included in my planner. And then as I go through and I'm planning my weeks and my days, I will come back and look at this page and say, all right, so finish the book reads. I haven't done that yet. So maybe I'll put that on my calendar to do this week, okay? Just so I can get those done. All right, the merge was successful. Do you want to delete the original section November the 2nd? Well, I would say no at this point because I want to make sure that it's right before I delete it. So let's say no for now. And we will go back and we will look at what December was. Okay, and so here are the first few pages that I said that I had. So here's the baking plan that I did. And I shared this with you guys in a video. I'll link that up above if you want to see it. This is my baking plan, which has links to all of my recipes and that kind of thing. These are things that I set up ahead of time. Here's a new recipe that I just found online. That might be something that's my recipe to try for this month, okay? All right, and then you start with the November inbox. So you can see up here, I am in my December calendar, right, in my December tab, but I have now copies of those November pages, okay? And what I will do is quickly start cleaning this up. I'm going to get rid of all of these, and you're going to say, well, what about your inbox list that you have? Well, I can always go back to my basic month, and I can grab this list here, copy that, and take it back to December and put it right there. And now I have that list. Okay, so I can use it from there. All right, this I don't need anymore. It's a duplicate. This is a duplicate. And the way OneNote stores everything in these little containers, it is just very nice to be able to come in here and just clean stuff up. Clean it up, clean it up, clean it up, clean it up. Okay. Now, this happens to be a decor piece. I can get rid of that as well. And so now my November inbox is very clean, and I am ready to change it to December inbox. And there you go. And it is always the first one at the top of my list. So I'm going to move it up into its proper place. Okay. All right. Then I have my dashboard. Again, this is going to go from November to December. So I'm going to change that. And I'm going to come in here and I'm going to delete this table, which was my calendar for November. And I'm going to go over here to my year-long calendar and I'm going to look at my 2024 plan. And I'm going to go over here to December and I'm going to copy all of this. This is a calendar that I got from Calendarpedia. Again, I have videos on how to do that. I will leave those up above. I like this long 1-year planner because I like the format of it. It gives me plenty of room to add things that I want to add. Let's delete these cute stickers. Those stickers are from DCP Digitals. There's always a link for those in my description box. Okay. But right now I have the days of the week, and I have the day of the, I'm sorry, excuse me. I have the number day of the month, and I have what day of the week it is. So for example, this month, December 1st, happens to fall on a Sunday. And then I have a place here where I have done some pre-planning of things that are occurring, okay? And this again is one of those things where you can change your table shading to make it match, because purple is not a color for me for December, okay? So what I've done here is I've highlighted those cells, and then I'm going to use my my control key, and I'm going to go down here and highlight this weekend, and I'm going to control again and highlight all of the other weekends and holidays. Control, there we go. And then I'm going to go up here and I'm going to choose a color that matches what I am currently doing, okay? Now, to be honest with you, I don't know what graphics I'm using for the month of December. I think I'm just going to pick maybe this light tan color, because I think there are some teals and some burgundies and that kind of thing in the stickers that I'm going to be using. And so I'm just going to keep it that way for now. But normally if I have a hex code, even I can go in and let's say, let me do this one. Click in that box. If I go up here to more colors, I can go and enter a hex code here and get, a specific color that might match my things. Or I can simply click around and find, oh, maybe this is a nice burgundy. Maybe I'd like to use that color. And I can say, okay, and now I have burgundy and tan, which kind of, as I'm noticing looking in the camera, is matching my house. Oh, well. All right. Moving on, I can go over here now and I can get rid of all of these things, the books that I've read, all of that from November. And I can change this text color if I want. Let's go to my home screen and I will choose, I love this color, red. I think that looks good. And then my gardening things over here. Again, I'm going to get rid of that whole thing. I'm going to go back to my year long. I keep a year-long perpetual garden calendar here. Here's my list for December. Copy it, take it back to December, paste on the side. Okay, so there's my December in the garden. Okay, and maybe if I don't want that green, I could change it to a different color green. Okay, all right. So now that page is quickly set up and ready for me to go. So as I have events that come along, like you see here, I already have one concert in there. I have lots of other things coming up on my calendar that I need to add here. And seeing them in this format for me is very handy. Okay, so I love that. So this page now is technically ready to go. Is it decorated and cute? No, not yet. I'm not worried about that. I'm just trying to get my pages together. Okay, dashboard goes up under inbox. So there we go. Okay, health and habits. All I need to do here is take out some old information and I'm ready to go. Move that up and I'm ready to go. Okay, personal meal planner. I don't need to do anything to that page. I'm just going to move it up. There's nothing really that, like I said, that's kind of a perpetual grocery list. So I just kind of leave it and work with what I have. Okay. All right. Again, these pages here, the gift list, the weekly, the holiday, things that I need to do, that kind of thing. I have talked about these before when I'm doing when I did the holiday plan So I don't have to go over these pages. If you want to check them out, just look for Holiday Planner on my page, on my channel, and you should be able to find them. Okay. All right. So now we're back down here to goals. I'm going to move that up as well under my meal planner. And then when I get, you know what I'm going to do? Let's do this. I'm going to grab my Christmas list. Let's do shift. We'll highlight all of these and we'll move them all at one time. And I'm going to drag them all the way to the bottom. And then I don't have to shift everything up. They'll just be down there. Okay. All right. So now I'm back here. There's my personal meal planner. There's my goals ready to go. And then I'm into week 1. Okay. Now, week 1, that same weekly layout, I can use that. So that's going to be good. Again, I've talked about this. So it's just, you know, a way to look at the week overall and figure out everything that I need to do laid out there. And then I can go about planning my dailies. Okay. All right. So on my dailies, this is the one that's going to take the most time because, you know, I have graphics on here that I'm going to have to remove. That's an event that I went to. I have appointments that I'm going to have to delete. I'm going to have tasks over here that I need to get rid of. I'm going to have notes that I need to get rid of on each page. So I will do that. And then over here where I talk about my, you know, my roles and responsibilities, that's going to have to be cleaned up too. So basically I'm going to want to have a page that looks something like this. Also, I'm going to need to get rid of my November calendar. Let's do this. Let's copy this December calendar and we'll place it here. Paste it there. Oops. Again, I'm not editing this video, so you're going to see me make some mistakes just because I'm trying to work quickly. So there's December. And then I will need to go in and add January. That's fine. You can add the month after if you want, or you can just leave the month that you're currently working in. Okay. Again, these are nested tables. So let me turn the tables back on so that you can see. Right now I have the borders hidden. So these just look like they're floating tables. But if I go up here and unclick hide borders, you can see that I have this stuff nested in this cell and this calendar and appointment schedule nested in this second cell. And this is the third and this is the fourth. And then I have another row down below. Okay. So everything stays neat and orderly. But if I hide the borders, then I don't have to see all that extra clutter. Okay. All right. Now, you may be asking, well, Crystal, you moved all these pages around. Do those links still work? Okay. So I want you to notice here, I'm in my December section, right? And this is day 1. Let's say if I go over here and I click on day 4, okay, it is going to take me to page day 4, but I am still in my December section. So even though I copied those pages to a new location, it moves those links automatically to that new section so that all of these links that I have here on the side work. Okay, which is absolutely fabulous. So if I go back to day 1 where I cleaned it up, there it is. Okay. Now, you may say to me, well, Crystal, now that you've cleaned up day 1 right here, why don't you just take that and copy that and go to day 2 and paste it? And I could do that. That's no problem. I just did it, right? I could do that. The thing about the Franklin pages, and I may get rid of this because I really don't need it. The thing about the Franklin pages is it tells you what day of the week it is, okay? So if you start messing around with those days, you're going to have to just retype that part, okay? So we know that day 1, for example, let's go back to day 1. We know that day 1 for December, based on our little calendar right here for 2024, day 1 is a Sunday. Okay, so I'm going to need to go in here and I'm going to need to change this to Sunday, like so. Okay, so day 1, Sunday. Here's my important stuff that doesn't change. I plan every day. I walk every day. And so that's fine for me to leave that way. I have my calendar. I have my appointment schedule. I have my daily tracker down here for my expenses, my email, other information. I like to track how much I walk down here. I have a section for my notes. Again, over here, this is going to be need to change to Sunday. Okay. I could get rid of that if I wanted to, but I kind of like knowing the day of the week, and I need to add December. Okay, so this is what's going to take me the most time in setting this monthly up, is changing this to December and November. Okay, changing it to December from November. All right. Okay, so I could do that. So this is nice and clean now. I could take this one, I could make a copy of it. I could go to week 2 or day 2, and I could hit Control V and paste. Okay, let's get rid of this cute little fox and this extra date. Pull that back up there. Okay, and then this would be need to change to number 2 and Monday, and December is fine. Number 2. Oops, 2, and Monday is fine. Now, when I created this page, I was trying to exactly mimic the Franklin Planner. This information over here is redundant. I really don't need that. I could get rid of that and give myself one other thing that I don't have to do, give myself a little bit more room for decoration and that kind of thing. I may do that if I decide to carry this into next year. But again, I'm trying to stay true to the Franklin Planner. And so I am going to leave it exactly the way it is for now. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do some more copying and pasting. Let's go on to 3. And let's get rid of that graphic, and that graphic, and that graphic. Like so. Sometimes I think trying to get rid of these graphics is more frustrating than just changing the date. You know, because I cover them up and they lay behind. Okay. All right. All right, so that's what I'll do. I'll go through and I'll change all of those dates as I come. You don't have to do them all at once. As you sit down to do your Friday planning and you go to set up your next week, you could go ahead and do that. The Franklin Planner, though, really likes you to say, oh, I have a meeting on, you know, the 15th. Go ahead and write that on the day of the 15th. Okay, but I don't want this video to be too long, so I'm just going to set up these first couple of days and I'll go back and do that off camera. Okay. All right, moving on. There's week 2, and that's fine. I'll change these dates. So week 2, actually, I didn't change the dates for week 1. Week 1, Monday would be the 1st. Nope, Monday would be the 2nd. Tuesday would be the 3rd. Wednesday would be the 4th. Thursday would be the 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. And then the next week would be the 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, oops, 15th, and might as well keep going, right? 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. All right. Okay. All right. So that is how I will set my weeks up, like so. And then I have my daily pages like so. And I think that really works great. Okay. So I'm going to skip down all of my daily pages. This is a packing list that I needed for a trip I took in November. I don't need that anymore. So I simply can go up here and delete that page. And so it goes away. Okay. And then I can keep going. Thanksgiving. This is a page that I had in here for Thanksgiving dinner planning, where I listed all the things that we were going to eat. I don't need that anymore. So I can delete that page, and that is gone. And then I get down into basically, this was a January template that I set up, but really it's just a blank page. Okay. And you can see here that I have all of my daily links to one side, and I have my important links here at the top. Okay. November reflections. This will now change to December reflections. And again, this is a table, so I can change the table shading, as I want to, like so. All right. And then I can also have a place here to add journaling and memories for people, places, purchases, all that kind of stuff that I did there. All right. So now that is set up for December. And then this is my daily template. And I just keep this here in case I need it for something. It's not a page that I use very often, but it's there. And then here is my Franklin Planner template that I just made. And it's what I'm going to be using for my dailies in December. Okay. All right. So looking at some of these other pages, these are other weekly pages that I have used in the past. Some of them are very old. Some of them are student related, that kind of thing. I'm going to skip all of that today. If you're interested in seeing about some of my other weekly pages, I have videos about them, or you can leave a comment saying, hey, Crystal, show me that student one, or show me that basic blank weekly, or, whatever. That's fine. I love video requests from you guys. I get some great ideas when you ask me questions for videos that you would like to see. Okay. All right. And then I have some here that are bills that were paid. These just need to be deleted. And this also needs to be deleted. That was an event that I went to. I'll leave my notes page in there just in case I need it. And then here I have started with my holiday things. So, here's my monthly overview, the things that I want to get done, in my weekly checklist, the things that I want to get done, breaking it down by each week as I lead up to Christmas. Okay. All right. And then back to my baking plan, which I need to get on the ball with because I want to get some more cookies made. Okay. All right. And this one, time to decorate. This was fun. This will be an upcoming video as well. This is really cute. All right, so overall, I am ready for December. It took me less than 45 minutes, and a lot of that was just me talking about what the pages are. But I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of these pages finished. I'm going to add some cute decorations, and I'll show you some finished pages at the end. I'll put in some screenshots of the finished pages at the end. Well, anyway, thanks for joining me today as I did a December plan with me. Hopefully you were able to grab your planners and do a little bit of planning with me to get ready for December. I'm excited to think about what I'm going to do for my planner for next year. Again, if you have questions or comments, please leave them below. If you have suggestions for what I might include in my 2025 planner, I'd love to hear that. I just love chatting with you guys, and you were part of what makes this so fun for me. So that communication is really important. Anyway, as you are finishing up November, if you are here in the United States and you are celebrating Thanksgiving, I'd like to wish each and every one of you a healthy and happy Thanksgiving. May it be filled with love and laughter. And until next time, here's hoping that you can live a more simplified and organized life through better planning. I use OneNote. Until next time. Okay, bye.